I became homeless from being in care. When I was 16, I had to move out of care and I went into a hostel. And I've been in and out of hostels for 11 years.
It was on and off from I found drugs, really. And then the old welcome centre got me my first house when I was 30.
There's a few definitions of homelessness. There's actual homelessness, which is people that are actually sleeping on the street or sofa surfing, have got nowhere to go. There's deemed homeless, where people are in unsuitable accommodation. People in hostels are homeless, they don't have a quiet home to go to.
When I started, I would have been working with men twice, 3 times my age. Now I'm working with people, mostly young people half my age, and all I can say is that homelessness does not discriminate against any sex. So if you're homeless and you're a male, you're homeless or female, there's no change, no difference.
The biggest cause of homelessness is relationship breakdown. About 22,000 people present every year to the Housing Executive as homeless. Unfortunately, in these situations, it used to be predominantly the male who left the home. Increasingly, we're seeing it's actually the female.
More women now willing to not stay in relationships that they probably would have been willing to stay in the past. But generally family breakdowns and people moving on, wanting their independence at a young age, and they don't understand what independence is. It's about making decisions and about consequences to them. Moving out of the house is not a good idea if you've nowhere else to move out to, and girls are moving out of their properties at a young age.
Rough sleeping, that's the visible bit, that's what people see when they walk down the street. There would be nowhere near as many women rough sleeping as what there would be men. The women who would be sleeping rough would have normally addiction issues, mental health problems. Women who with addictions don't like to talk about their addictions because they're afraid of getting their children taken off them.
Very, very different for women facing homelessness, particularly those who have had children who are now maybe in care. That obviously brings stresses. One of the challenges for women is their personal safety. Women who generally arrive at our crisis centre are those who have probably exhausted all other options. They're obviously nervous, fearful, particularly those who have never experienced homelessness before. So it is very scary.
Getting a roof over your head is not just the end of all your problems. Getting the roof over your head is just one step towards solution of your problems, and that means making sure that you have something to fill up your day. If you're just lonely, living in a house by yourselves, I've seen many men over the years and women over the years that would still abuse their body with their addictions and drugs while in their own house. So it's about filling up your time and doing something productive with your day.
The ethos of Street Gems actually reflects the ethos of the whole organisation. We're an organisation that sees the potential in everyone, whatever that may be, and Street Gems is deliberately called that because we are taking things that people have discarded, pieces of furniture, jewellery, whatever, people walk past every day. It's really of no value to them, and no interest, no longer loved. The analogy being that that's what the Welcome organisation is doing with people.
I've been doing, I do street gems, jewellery, all different wee things, and I've been doing baskets and stuff as well. Easter baskets for Easter. I built my confidence up more just to be able to talk to people and go and confront people.
And it's just in here to the staff. They give you the confidence that you are somebody, that you're not just, a piece of dirt. And we're layman's giving you that bit of belief in yourself. It starts to make you believe. But from last year, Street Gems threw me a lifeline. I really don't think I would have been here. I wouldn't have been, and this is being honest to tell you this, if there was no Street Gems and I didn't get off them drugs.
Generally, they're in a cycle that they can't get out of. Most hostels in Belfast, organisations in Belfast dealing with homelessness, it's a cycle and they move from one hostel to another. At some stage along that line, somebody will get through to the person, and hopefully that then will flick a wee switch and decide that they will try hard, come off their addictions, plan for the future, get a job, get education, do something physical, voluntary, and all them things will help them to sustain their own accommodation.
It's been absolutely amazing. This project started up very much as targeting a small number of females, and I apologise for terminology, but they called it their stitch and bitch class. And they started knitting blankets for babies. And we could see very quickly that they could see a sense of worth in what they were doing. Some people didn't know they could knit, others hadn't crocheted before, they were learning to sew, and we could see the self-esteem rising.
There's a lifeline up here for people. If they want it and use it, yeah, big time, yeah. That's not the end of the world. I know it's easier for me to sit and say, yes sir, when you're in that dark place and you're in that hole, you just don't see, but there really, really is.
There's nothing that can't be sorted if you know who to go to, and all you need to do is ask.
Get out there and find the support that's out there. Don't sit back and wait to come in like I did. There's places out there to go. A lot of homeless people obviously don't know that, but there are places that are going to hear your voice, that are going to hear your story, and are really going to listen to what your needs are.
Ask for the help and to remember that you are somebody, no matter what situation you're in. If it's drink, drugs, mental health, you still are somebody, you still are a person. So you're a human being.
The Welcome organisation helped me. I stayed in their Divis Crash facility, and then they helped me get rehoused again. It's made a big difference because I've stayed in the street before, so it's made a big difference. I don't have to worry about where I'm going to stay night after night. I have somewhere I can call home.
Everyone who becomes homeless has a backstory. No one ever, as a child, when you asked them what they wanted to be when they grew up, is homeless.